What if I told you that you don't need to change your life? What if I told you that you don't need to change your life? I've had so many clients come and say, when I give them their first assignment, look at me like I'm a little bit mad, because I tell them, you don't need to change your life. So often when we look at the change that we think that we want, the change that we feel like we need, it is so big that we think we need to burn our lives down. We think we need to blow up our lives. We think we need to run away and join the circus. Because that is the intensity of the misalignment that we feel with who we are. We can't see that the small changes that we make, the small alignments that we make, the small adjustments that we make, we don't see how they could make any difference. Because what we see is that or what we might feel, you might not, but what you might feel is that you want so much to be different that you think you have to change so much. This is not true. And this is coming from someone who has made drastic changes more than once. I am a drastic change maker. I've gotten on an airplane and changed my entire life twice. And what I discovered was that no matter how big the change, you still take you. My grandma used to say, you can run from love, you can run from war, you can run from the cop on the beat. You can run from danger, you can run from stranger, but you can't run away from your feet. And this is a really important, I at the time I thought, ha ha ha. But now I'm like, she was wise. She was wise. Because when we are playing in quantum reality, when we are playing in magic, then who we are, and I don't mean the changed you, but who we are is what is creating our reality. And so you do not have to change everything. Change doesn't require self-erasure. The you who you are right now is magnificent, is incredible, has used and played with and wondered so much that they know that they are not where they could be. They know that life is meant to be more beautiful, more magnificent, more magical, more fun, more free. Insert your own word here. You know that there is more to this than you are living. And the secret is that is true, but it only requires the slightest shift in perception. It only requires the slightest change in trajectory. It only requires you to start believing and living as the magnificence that you know is possible. And that sounds impossible. That sounds enormous. Excuse me. That sounds like, right, Megan, whatever. But it's not about forever. It's not about big leaps. It's not about you changing everything today. It's not even about changing everything tomorrow. It's about changing how you respond and how you react right now. That's it. You do not have to disappear for your life to feel like your real life. All you need to do is begin to wonder about the right now. How could right now feel more like I want it to feel? How could I make a slight trajectory change right now that will change the direction that I'm going in? How can I wonder a little bit more? How can I wonder a little bit more? It could be that all you've been waiting for was a little bit of permission to start showing up a little more like yourself, just a little. It could be that you were just waiting for permission to actually love your life and want more. It could be that you were just waiting for a notion that maybe what you have is wonderful and you can start to make tiny course corrections that take the wonderful to what it is that you most desire. It doesn't take a leap of faith. It doesn't take burning down your life. It doesn't take running away and joining the circus. A magical life is literally a breath away. But first, I invite you to stop looking at your life like you need to change everything. You actually, at this point, don't need to change anything. Does that feel like relief? Because all it takes is you knowing and you starting to move from there. And magic starts to happen. I promise. I send you so very much love today. I wish you the freedom of knowing that you don't have to change anything. Everything is possible from here. And when you stop hating or being frustrated by or feeling stuck in or feeling like you need to change everything about your life will start to change. It's a magical loop. I've got you. I've got you. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.